Alright, let's do another walkthrough here for another completed Promaster. This one was brought to me. It's a 2018 2500 159. They brought it to me as a started project. You've probably seen it in the last video here, where they already had the wiring ran, the solar installed, one max air fan, wool insulation, flooring, and everything was already in. So as you can see here, they already had one window installed. We've added, that is a city hookup so they can pressure fill their water tank. So we'll just do a little walk around here before we open the doors up and let you look at the inside. They did go with the smoked max air fans instead of the white. They've also added the little drip edge above the sliding door. The rear fan that I installed, they wanted a manual open instead of an automatic open with a remote like's in the front. But because it's right there above the bed, it's easily reached. No big deal. So these rear vents here in the door, we did reinforce them. Sorry about all the road noise. I live next to a major highway. I did reinforce them. He had them installed, but the pop rivets that was holding them on were just barely through the metal, and whenever you went to open them up, they were pretty flimsy. So we reinforced all that and finished the inside out. Okay, so as you can see, this is looking from the back. We put tongue and groove on the passenger side door here, and it's insulated with wool and denim. And then these are the vents, and you can either close them, you can open a little bit up or down. I just had them open a little bit so it wouldn't get so hot in here. And then they wanted a little flip up table. That way whenever they're back here taking a shower or whatever, they've got some place to set their cleaning supplies. Now, you know, not every van's gonna set level, and I don't know what they plan on putting on that. So I made this adjustable, so you can loosen that a little bit, and you can tilt this to get it setting level for where you're at, not necessarily level to the door. And then when you swing it around, if you're setting out here, you can also set it level that way, so it's you can still use it for extra counter space or whatever whenever you're outside out here. Now also with this, they wanted a tankless hot water heater shower. So we've got that all mounted, and it works surprisingly well. I'm gonna let them decide where they want their shower head, so that's for them to mount whenever they get ready. Now as we go over here, this is their water hookup. It has its own shut-off valve. Same with the gas. So right now it's in the off position. They can unhook that, put the cap back in it, and it's fine, it's good to go. Or when they put it in, It's just like a air hose connector. And then when they flip this down, it's on, and with this lever down, that can't be unhooked. It's got a little stop here that stops it from sliding back. They have a 20-pound overwheel water tank that's in here. Right now it's a little over half full. I just went and weighed the van, and it's got a full tank of fuel, and right now it weighs 7360, as you see it with everything in it that you'll see in this video. That's not all their stuff, but I'm sure they'll add maybe 1,000 pounds between the two of them, so they'll still be perfectly fine. There's their water pump and accumulator tank, access door for the storage from the front, and this is their the power cabinet they had installed by Freedom Van Go out of Jacksonville, Florida. I did have a little issue with this, getting the inverter to fire up. Give him a call. He was a great guy. He helped me figure out, you know, what it was. I didn't want to mess with it too much because I wasn't the one that installed it. It's easier just to call him, and he walked me right through it, hooked up the laptop, and got it taken care of. The only thing that I added in here was the breaker for the solar panels. I didn't like that it didn't have any breaker or anything, a fuse or nothing between the panels all the way down, so I added that just as a safety precaution. And then let's see if I can close this down. There we go. A little difficult to do with one hand, but so there's the back. So let's go around here and we'll open up the side door, get you a view of it. Alright, there's the view from the sliding door. It's got a deep sink, and then they also wanted a little table for out here. I gotta get that spring on there yet. So they've got a little table here. They've got a 7-gallon gray water tank. There's their fire extinguisher, water filter, and then this also doubles, you know, for whenever they're sliding the gray water tank out, they can set that on here. It's no big deal. And then as we go in here, they wanted a step, so we also added some storage. Yeah, it's not a lot of storage, but you know, when you're dealing with 84 square feet, every little bit counts. That's their S-bar gasoline heater. And they can sit there, have a place to put their feet, and then it gives you a place to set your coffee or whatever. I added a magnet to this one. There's a magnet plate, and then there's the magnet, so whenever you're going down the road, that doesn't sit there and bounce around back and forth while you're driving. There we go. And it's fairly secure. And then I got a little lip here so you can grab a hold of it easy. They did go with a 12-volt trucker fridge. That is a T130, I believe is the model number on that. And it does have a small little freezer and everything in it. I turned this on yesterday at noon. Pulled it out of the building, and it ran all day and all night. And it took the batteries, which he has 2 lithium 100 amp hour batteries. It took them from 13.9 to at noon today. It was at, what was it? Right at 13. And that was running all night, 24 hours. And I pulled it out of the shop at 6 o'clock last night, so there was no solar. So that's pretty efficient. I think it runs on less than 10 amps. They provided their cooktop here. That is a Gasland Chef cooktop. Electric light. And surprisingly, driving down the road, this does not rattle. I figured these would rattle quite a bit, but they don't. Not one bit. So it's a nice little cooktop there. Now they have, and it's in that box in the back, a magnetic knife holder that they want to put here, and a magnetic spice rack that gets put on the side there. I did not go ahead and mount that yet because I wasn't sure how they would like it, whether the knife above the spice or whatever. Yes, some people are gonna, have a conniption because they're having knives on magnets on the back of their on their kitchen area while they're driving. It's on the back side of the bulkhead. I don't believe they really have to worry a whole lot about that. And then we got nice big deep upper cabinets, all with gas shocks and slam latches. As we turn around here, they wanted a little place to put a few books, so I made this little bookshelf, and there's a slot here so they can put their cell phones while they're charging, their keys, whatever. They can put a couple little small plants here, key hook, whatever, once they make it their own. And then here's their Victron battery monitor. And let's see. Right now, I took about a, 10-minute little drive here to go get this thing weighed this morning. And it was at like 13.1, somewhere in there. So it didn't take much to get it charged right back up there. And then, as you can tell here, they've got a nice big deep sink. And what I like about their, their sink is it's relatively deep. That metal tray right there also sets in the sink, so you can dry your dishes, whatever, in. And they wanted a spot to put their cleaning supplies on the back of the door. This here, that is for their water pump. Nice little faucet. Their lights over here, I know I'm bouncing around. This switch here, that controls the 2 lights over the kitchen area and the 2 lights under the counter. Then the next little switch here is a dual dimmer. The front part of it controls the two lights over the seating area, and the back part of the dimmer controls the two lights over the bed area. And that way they've got a nice, contrast if someone wants to sit up front, or someone wants to lay in bed or whatever and read. We did put the little insets for the head and the foot to give the bed a little bit extra room. It looks nice, I think, for this application. I also got nice big upper cabinets here, all with gas struts. There's the window that they installed, or had installed. We covered the back panels. Sorry about that. We covered the back panels with the same fabric that we made the cushions out of. That way it all kind of tied in, and that kind of ties into the gray carpet on the step, which also kind of goes along with the gray in the factory seats. And then right here they wanted a spot to be able to put their laptop and their tablet. So I made this underneath there that glued in a rubber mat so their computer won't come out while driving. And I know a lot of people are concerned about the propane tank. In the last video, the last build that was in the back, that was the best spot for that build. This one here, because they already had their power box back there, they had their water tank that went over the wheel, so we have the propane tank is underneath the seat. Yes, it is a sealed box. Yes, it does have a rubber seal around it, and it does have a vent that goes outside. That tank is not going anywhere within this. Within that compartment, that tank is not going anywhere. Any potential gas leak will leak outside. And there is a propane monitor right next to the tank. So anything that would ever come out of that tank will be detected very quickly. And then we also have a nice deep drawer on the bottom. And then we have another deep drawer here. It also has a sliding tray, or you can take it out. You can put silverware in it, whatever you want to. That's just something else to, give them a little extra room. Now around here on the passenger side of this, we have another seat. There you go. This one has a toilet. So for everyone that always complains about the vans are useless without a toilet or a bathroom or a shower, there's your toilet. Shower's on the back door. The hot water from the shower does not come to the sink. Only cold water to the sink. The shower only works with the back door open. So there's no risk of, with the door closed, any of the heat coming off of the hot water heater getting to the bedding or anything like that. That's not an option. And then when I get ready here, all I gotta do is grab this, pull that down. Now their toilet's hid. I also have, the access to the garage area. You could put your toilet paper holder on the back of that door if you wanted to. And they also have a slide out table. So this little shelf here above this seat for their media center. It's got a 12-volt plug-in there, and they wanted GFIs for all the plug-ins in the van, so that's what we've got in here. And then same thing, they wanted some storage up here. This is the layout that they wanted. They also have one of these little 360 little fans. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. And you can turn that any direction as long as you don't get your finger in it, just like I did. I mean, you can turn that any direction you want. It's actually a pretty nice little fan. I'm surprised. Well worth the money. I've seen Chrome. If any of you or other YouTubers watch Van City Van Life, he's a big fan of that fan. No pun intended. So this is the layout that they wanted. I'm not sure when they're going to come pick it up. I sent them a message last night, told them it was ready. They were super excited. And they also have a curtain. And then there's their pull-up bar, or his pull-up bar. I don't know if she's going to use it much or not, but that's where he wanted one, so that's where I put it. So this is the layout that they wanted. They approved. It may not work for everyone, and it may not work for them. They don't know yet. This is their first adventure into this. This may not be their first van, but this is what they chose. This is what they're happy with. So, yeah, you got to consider that these are custom. It's not for everybody. This layout may not work for you. But if you need help with it, with your project, or need to build, I am getting caught up finally. It's taken me 6 months due to this whole COVID mess. So if you've sent me an email and I haven't responded yet, I'll get to it. It's taken me a little bit of time with trying to get these vans out and everything else that's going on, trying to get everything done as a one-person operation. I've got a helper now he's part-time, so we'll get caught up here relatively soon, I hope, and hopefully be able to, within another couple months, be able to double production. So please be patient. I will get to you. If you want to email, you can email me at redscustomdesign@outlook.com. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram, or my website, all under Reds Custom Design. I am located in Tazewell, Indiana, about an hour west of Louisville, Kentucky. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. or thumbs down, it don't matter. Leave a comment. I appreciate it. And thanks for watching.